Hey guys, so the camera on my computer is a little bit busted. Um, it comes in and out sometimes. So I'm just kind of making this voice video, I guess. Um, okay, I'm really concerned about the stuff here that's going on with my treatment. In case people are wondering, I am actually dying, by the way. But not by anybody's hands apart from negligence and lots of miscommunication and weirdness. So apparently I had several infections in my body, blood, and organs. Shigella, E. coli, and literally like 3 or 4 others that they refuse to tell me because they don't want me to have a story. They don't want me to literally, like, they're so full of shit here sometimes. They don't want me to tell people how serious it is because they're in denial about how serious it is. So I guess I'm just supposed to drop dead. And then they pretend like they didn't know what was happening. Now, what I'm telling you about these people is that they're not actually trying to kill me. But even if they were, they're kind of doing like a weird job at it. Like, I'm kind of like, look. So, it works like this. They put the catheter or cannula in my hand. I literally told them it hurts way too much. It shouldn't hurt like that. Blood clots started to form. And they literally acted like, these are some of the dark cult members I told you about. People who watch my videos, people who grew up in a spiritual community. They're either Muslim or Christian or witch or some kind of religion, and they hate the fact that I'm getting attention for the spirit guides and the channeling and the tarot and the whatever. So they just act like it's so fucking annoying. When they see me and they read all the stuff I put online, it's this constant challenge. Everything is a challenge. If I go on thirsty, oh, you're not thirsty. If I go big, oh, you're not this. Every fucking thing I say. And they do it till I almost died. Now, here's my leverage. I don't give a fuck about living or dying. And that's the flex. That's what they don't understand. I actually hate people on this planet and the way everyone operates so much. If I literally drop dead, that's a win for me. So no matter how much time I keep saying, stop threatening me, you're the one that's going to live the sad life when I'm gone. I don't actually care. No, I'm not suicidal. I'm smart. Now, they've cut off my funding, they've cut off my housing, they've cut off a whole bunch of stuff, and they keep threatening to release me or discharge me. And every time they do it, it's always some. I literally just got off the phone off a doctor yesterday who was so concerned about the infections that I had, making sure I hadn't been out of the country and all kind of stuff because they don't want some kind of Shigella outbreak or E. coli outbreak or whatever the other viruses were. Right? Today I'm gonna see some weird ass fucking bitch nurse called Melody Light. And they think I won't name them and shame them? Yeah, I will. Come in here, come top balls, they're gonna release you today. And I'm like, okay, what the fuck? Stop doing that. Stop trying to scare me with like you're gonna release me, you're gonna discharge me today. Make a plan. Say we're thinking of discharging you in a few days, and then like, you don't just wake up today and come talk when you're going to discharge me. The stupid bitch didn't even know what was wrong with me. I was like, what? They told me I'm gonna have to be on all these different medications and come in for physio and this, that, and that, and the other. You're just gonna discharge me right now. What about all this stuff? And I ask her, well, what about the blood clots? Oh, she doesn't know about that. So I'm like, what the fuck? So who did you talk to? It's just literal people trying to kill me in this hospital, and you actually think I'm being dramatic? So I called for a different nurse. I'm like, excuse me? Hi. So she said I was gonna be discharged today. She looks at me in horror. Like, who said that? I'm like, that nurse right there. She's like, and instantly she starts covering for her, like, sometimes the communication doesn't go around, and oh no, and we're thinking this, and we're thinking that. I literally have a broken finger, and they didn't think it was actually broken. They give me a scan and see the say it's broken, and I'm like, so can I just get a literal cast on it because I keep re-hurting it because I'm using the finger. No, they tell me they're gonna for the finger they're gonna recommend physio. Well, how do you recommend physio for a broken foot? Like, I play piano, I really need you to put a cast on this because I keep hurting up. Like, I pick up a suitcase, I pick things up, I do stuff. I forget that it's broken, I need to not use it. The only way that's going to happen is if there's a cast over it so it can heal straight. No. I think they want it to heal deformed. Or we're worried that it'll heal deformed. And I'm like, yeah, exactly. So how is physio going to get it not to heal deformed? They're like trying to tell me all this stupid shit and they keep going in and out. Now, these people, they want to scare me. And they don't know what will frighten me. And I keep telling them nothing. The only thing that's frightening me is your fucking mental illness. So what I mean is, they keep saying, oh, we're going to have to keep you here for a few weeks or a few months. You know, that's supposed to scare me. Like, oh no. And I'm like, I literally don't care. So when that doesn't work, we're going to have to discharge you. And I'm like, okay. And then I'll just collapse outside and have to come back. I want to get better or die. There's no in between. So either you're just gonna put the poison in my fucking drip and like kill me, or shut the fuck up and heal me. But this back and forth won't work. Every day asking me some stupid questions. So it's basically today, they only just discovered that I wasn't pretending and I'm actually telling the truth. When I say like I can't get to the toilet, or when I go outside, I feel like I literally am gonna die. No, I don't get it. I just feel like I'm literally gonna die. I even get a vision that I'm gonna die. Turns out it was fucking right. The fucking blood clots, which I thought literally blocked blood from flowing. So one of the nurses came in here to take yet another blood sample. I don't know how much fucking blood samples they're gonna take from me. Vials and vials of blood every day. You're like, what? Even one day, they did it twice. Somebody came and took blood from me in the morning. And then somebody again came at lunch and said, oh, did they take the blood? I'm like, yeah. They're like, oh, it wasn't recorded in the system. And I'm like, okay, well, okay. And they were like, oh, maybe just take some time. I'm like, well, I'll just take some more blood just in case. And I'm like, okay. 2 more vials, 3 more vials of blood. But the guy just took 3 vials of blood this morning. So you're just going to take more just in case. And I'm such a polite, compliant person that they just take advantage of it and say, I'm going to fucking kill you guys with magic. Constantly this, no, you look fine, you look fine. They see me typing, they see me posting, they see me, oh, you look fine, you look fine. I was like, shut the fuck up about what I look like. What did the test say? They'll tell me, oh yeah, the infection's cleared. I'm like, no, it's not, obviously, because I still smell the bacteria. I know what my shit smells like. It still smells like rotting flesh and something foreign. Look up for Shigella, shitting mucus and blood. And they had the audacity to never believe me when I said, I literally don't know what's happening. Like, I'm literally not eating, but I'm still shitting up and coughing up blood. And like a mucusy looking poop. And they literally looked at me like I was fucking crazy. Then I got worse when I came in. They were like, look, since you've been here, you've picked up literally a new virus. And I look up the Shigella, it's like, no, actually, since I've been here, I've been treated improperly and my immune system's dropped and a virus that I already had inside me started to spread. Because when I looked at this, after they told me it was Shigella, then they looked at it and said, oh, it can be caused by a lowered immune system. I'm like, oh, I see. No matter how much times I told them to calm the fuck down, I'm going to be here for a while. They refuse because it's all about attention for them. It's all about sub-story. That's all they care about. Oh, he's in the hospital. Now people are going to feel sorry for it. That's all. I'm literally telling you what they're feeling and thinking. Oh, that's on their mind. And that's what I'm saying. I actually asked the spirits, and the spirits are like, these are the most fucked up, dangerous people you will ever meet. And the road to hell truly is paved with good intentions. Because if you actually drill them, they really did mean it. I think like they're actually that stupid and that full of gossip and hate and bullshit that they actually just thought, I just don't like him. I'm just not gonna listen to him. You can't do that because you're a doctor. You need to listen. You need to fucking like actually do the test. So if I say I feel sick, you actually have to try to test it out. You can't just say you're exaggerating, or you're doing that thing where you're pretending to be victim, or you're this, you're that, you're that. One of the nurses came in to draw blood from me yet again, and she stuck the needle in and nothing was coming out. Nothing. She was like, well, where's your blood? Literally, that's how she said it. That's how they talk around me right now. They're terrified, and they keep making the same mistakes, being terrified and covering up the fear, and then going back to their old ways. They'd rather listen to the gossip about me than the truth. Why weren't all the nurses on the ward told that incident happened? She's like, where's your blood? Like, it's not. I literally said, like, how many times am I gonna tell you that I have blood clots in my arms? How many times I'm gonna say that? How many times am I gonna tell you that? So why are you coming in here all surprised that you're sticking like needles in veins and nothing's coming out? Not even a drop. Literally nothing. How do you expect me to be fine? Why do you think that I'm lying when I say I can't get up or stand up? Literally, if you see my fucking hand right now, you can feel the different lumps of goddamn clots in the different veins. Literally, a goddamn hand, you can see them. My hands have swellings everywhere. How can you have clots in your main veins from your wrists right up to your shoulders? On both arms. And when I get up I feel lightheaded and dizzy, you don't believe? Obviously the blood isn't flowing to my fucking head, you idiot. So today was the first time they thought of taking my blood pressure when I'm sitting and different from when I'm standing. So stupid dumb bitch nurse, Melody, right? After they say, okay, take it when you sit down. She's like, oh my god. There's a massive drop. It basically is like half. You shouldn't even be able to be walking around with your blood pressure this low. And I was like, yeah, no. Fucking idiot. I literally tell you guys, I'm literally using magic to cover up for your mistakes. I'm literally channeling to be able to walk and do all kind of shit that I should not be able to do. And you're still taking it for granted. And it's always some stupid thing like this. Like I just got off the phone with them yesterday and they were like, look, it's going to be another few weeks, possibly even months. She's going to come in today. All because of some statement. Oh, well, well enough to type on Facebook. I'm like, to type on Facebook on a laptop when I'm lying down in a bed. Yeah, that's what you think is a supernatural feat. I don't give a fuck about your feelings. Do you get it? And that's what they keep trying to do. Oh, I don't give a fuck about your feelings. Okay. Okay. You don't have to care about my feelings, but you're a doctor and you're a nurse. You have to care about my body. So if I fucking said I feel lightheaded and dizzy and all kind of shit, you have to test it out. I've been here for 3 fucking weeks. And only now, after weeks of saying when I stand up I feel horrible, you only now just start to take my blood pressure when I'm standing up and when I'm sitting down. So the whole fucking time. You know what sometimes they would do? Come in here and I'd literally have tachycardic energies. And you know what the actual fucking nurse tell me to do? Like on TV? Meditate and breathe and lower my blood pressure, lower my pulse, and then go tell them say it's fine. I'm like, no, shouldn't you just tell them his pulse was elevated today and we should investigate? No. That's what I'm actually doing. Literally, I see them lying. It's like 86 and they go, oh, we'll just say it's 96. It's 70, we'll just say it's this. I'm like, I don't think you can do that. Why do you keep being in a rush to tell them I'm fine? It's like if I literally had cancer, would you be like, we'll just say that we didn't find anything? Are you fucking like what's going on here? Stop talking about discharging me when I'm still sick with stuff that I didn't come in here with. My arms are discolored from the fucking like weird ass clots that started. No blood, so I wanted to like laugh in her face. Oh, no blood's coming out. Oh. That's what fucking blood clot means. Every day a different nurse. Oh, I'm a nurse today. Oh, I'm a nurse today. I'm a nurse today. Why don't you all talk to each other? Shouldn't there be a file that you get from the other nurse? Oh, he's on this, he's on that, he's on this. They literally acted like I was a monster when I asked them to switch the catheter in the different hand. Oh, him. One of them even literally gave me the evil eye after the clots formed. That's how these people act, like everything is witchcraft and everything is magic. Oh, him just to get him own way, he make him own hand clot up. So he had to switch the candle. Like that's literally how they see it. And I'm like, no. The thing you put in my hand was hurting me and my body clotted. And they literally tried to lie and pretend like I came in. Switch it to the next arm and then it started to clot up on that arm and they're like, well, so, you know, somebody actually tried to get me kicked out of here by reporting me for smoking in the room. And then they come look in my face and smile like give a shit. Literally, what a stupid bitch. And people in here smoke. The nurse literally tell me, oh, some of them like go outside for a smoke and a drink and they come in and they put the munchies and they're, oh, nurse, can I have a sandwich? And you know, you're literally allowed to drink and you're allowed to smoke, bitch. She just didn't know that. So she's like, oh, I smell smoke. I smell smoke. Oh, were you smoking in your room? I was like, no, I wasn't. Like, oh, well, she actually stood up there and drilled me and then actually go and make a report about it. So the guy come back now, I was just like, look, she's literally just said she smelled a smell. So I just went like, yeah, outside. I just went outside to smoke. And I tell him, marijuana and cigarettes. I was like, yeah, because I'm not eating. And marijuana gives you the munchies. So thank God he was somewhat reasonable and went like, oh, I've actually kind of heard of some of the medicinal properties of marijuana treating different things. I didn't think about it as a treatment for loss of appetite and insomnia. As I told him, I couldn't sleep. And not only could I not sleep, how the fuck did they expect me to sleep? They were putting drips in my hand, like 24/7s. I'm talking like at 10 o'clock, I drip. Then I come back in the room at 2 o'clock, I drip. Then again at 5 o'clock, I drip. I'm like, when was I supposed to sleep? If every time you keep coming and putting shit in my hand, I can't sleep with the drip in my hand. Sometimes I would even say like, can you not just wait till tomorrow? Like, I literally need to sleep. Then look at me like I'm a piece of shit. In the end, I had to literally take it out and pretend it fell out, and they gave me the fucking eye. Because they never believed me. Then they sent me for an ultrasound, and the guy is so terrified. To this day, no one's written anything else on paper and tell me nothing. I'm here for 3 weeks, and I'm only just finding out what viruses I have. They're acting like I'm stupid or retarded. I'm like, I need paperwork. It's like they hate that I come in here with so many things wrong with me. A broken finger, a bacterial infections, they're gonna literally just say I had like 5 or 4, like or 6 or some number of different infections and then not tell me which one. Or, oh, we don't want to scare you. I was like, no, tell me. Like not being clear about like when they plan to actually discharge. Do you see what I mean? Trying to drive me crazy with the how long and then try to pull bullshit on me like that. Like you can come in here and just tell me, oh, they're gonna discharge you today. I'm like, that's not how this works. Make a plan about when you want to do it and then say, so I have time to plan. You can't just fling me out of the hospital today. Stop doing that and stop talking about how we don't know each other. I'm talking to one doctor about gut. And I'm like, oh, so what about the finger? Oh, no. You don't talk to me about that. Like, that's how they sound. I'm like, what's wrong with you? Why are you talking like that? Oh, I'm the doctor that just deals with the gut part. And I'm like, it's like they don't want to know. So they can lie and say, well, we weren't informed or we weren't told. So because you're an infectious disease doctor, I can't ask you nothing about the blood clots. That's fucking bullshit. I did actually go and study medicine, right? We have several courses. One for like muscles, blood, and such, muscular, like infectious disease, microbiology, immunology, and like virology. I was like, don't fucking tell me some stupid bullshit like you don't know all the stuff. Every doctor, whether you specialize, is still somewhat a general practitioner. I literally asked them basic questions like, how long is it going to take for these clots to go away? No answer. Because they're angry. They know it's going to take weeks for that to go down and they don't want me to feel safe. They don't want to say, look, it's going to take weeks and we can't release it till it's done, so just relax. Like, they hate it. They want me to relax, but not relax at the same time. And I'm like, you know what, guys? I am so winning right now. Yeah, winning. I'm winning the competition you started with me, by the way. I don't like you. I wish you were dead. So don't ever think we're on the same level. We're not. We're on the same. Not because I wish it didn't exist. Gonna report me for substance misuse, all kind of stupid shit. Thank God the doctor was like, look, we're gonna close that case. That's how fucked up they are. And they lie. They're in my face. First of all, she was even trying to say like, no, I think I saw you with a spliff. Like, that's what they're like. They even make up lies. So she see me with a spliff. I thought it was perfect. She said that, a spliff. That's what you saw me with. And that's what you smell, is it? Everybody knows I smoke from a fucking pipe. There's no way you saw me with a split. It's just simple shit like that. And she forgot that it's not illegal for me to drink, and I never had any orders not to drink. And to be honest, since I've been in this hospital, no one has actually told me not to drink in the room. So you can't come down on me. Well, oh, we searched your bag and found empty bottles of wine. I'm like, shut the fuck up. I can have empty bottles of wine in my bag if I want. But think about the actual reality of it. I don't care if you found empty bottles of wine in my bag. How do you know where I drank it? And some of it is true. I literally did go and drink it outside and then come back inside. What the fuck is wrong with you? I literally don't need this. And then it's every day, constant. Let me do your blood pressure. Let me do fucking like 20 million times a day. And then lying about the whole entire thing. Only for me to be like, the next time I come, let me do it when I'm standing up so you can see the real rate. Always they look fucking terrified to find out that they were wrong, to obsess over how dramatic they felt I was being, and that I'm actually at risk. All because you love pissing contests. I go, oh, this hand hurts. Can you move the camera to the next one? It's like, don't tell me what to do. And you think you're smart, you think you're the doctor, and yeah, that's the kind of like energy that they have. And it's them not doing their job. And that's what I keep saying. Being you guys is so funny. Because the very attitude that you have is why I'm winning. It's because you're a bad doctor that you don't realize, say, I'm having an allergic reaction to a fucking cannula / catheter. I mean, what it... Some of them basically admitted that they actually weren't even sure. Their friend just got them the job. And just say, oh, I just do this and like do that. And they basically admitted to my face that they're trying to say, like, somebody explain. Literally, I'm like, I can't. All I've been doing is going for walks to a park that is like I wouldn't even say it's 5 minutes. I'm talking when you come out the building, it's like literally across the road. Let's say 2-3 minutes. And then I've just been sitting there in the nature. You saw where I filmed the video. Like, that's what I've been doing. And they make up some big room and act like I go out and I've been walking around and doing all kind of stuff. And I'm like, no, I haven't. I've just been out of breath right outside the hospital and then in breath right in the bed. That's basically it. To make me feel bad about everything and they don't need to. Even to use the public, they're going to tell me, say, I have some disease. That means I should not be mingling with anybody. And they make me feel bad about the fact that I already summarized that. I wanted to contain it and just use the commode that was in here. I was like, look, I don't even want to leave the room. Like, I just want to, like, just hibernate and heal. And it's like, they're like, no, we want to see you. We want to talk. We are social. All kind of weird shit. I'm not talking. And I'm like, what part of I'm just dying and just need to heal and recover do you not understand? And you're like, dying of what? Of probability manipulation diseases, dummy. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. Like, I literally know what I'm doing. First, I couldn't keep anything down, so I couldn't take the oral medicine that they give me. Just the oral, just literally the 2 gulps of water that I would swallow to take the pills, I would throw up. Then they try to feed it through the needle, allergic reaction to the needle and to the chemical or like whatever. So just blood clots everywhere. Can't do that. It's like my body saying, no, we hate you and we want to leave. So no pills, nothing to make it fucking better. Nothing to fix me this time because I want to go. So stop your bullshit. It actually makes me high to watch you not realize that somebody can actually just give up on you. You're so caught up in your fairy tale of unconditional love. You really thought you could push the limits this much? Look, you think I'm a Christian? Funny. They do everything. There's a machine here where when you take my blood pressure, it's supposed to leave the last recording thing there so people can see. No, nobody wants to use that one. So they keep bringing their own machines in and doing the blood pressure thing so they can go and lie to the doctors. And the doctors aren't any better either because they know the nurses are fucked up and they still refuse to be like, wait a minute, is it really this? And I keep telling them, like, you guys, there's no back and forth here. Just fucking discharge me. Stop trying to flex your power and act like, I'm like, just do it. Otherwise, shut the fuck up and leave me alone. You look fine. You look this. Come here, ask me, do you want to take a shower? Do you want me to change the sheets? I was like, look, bitch, if I wanted you to change the sheets, I would call you and ask you to change the fucking sheets. As soon as I decide to do anything, they magically know how. I'll come around. I literally said, like, I finally need to sleep now. As soon as I need to sleep, 3, 4 blood tests are necessary. 5, 6 vital checks are necessary. The sheets need to change. This needs to change. Everything but the things that I asked for. They're literally in denial. They don't want to admit that he has a broken finger, a foot infection, a viral infection, a stomach infection, a bowel disease, a this, a that. It's like they don't want to list it off. They don't want to show me the paper, so I can be like, holy fuck. They want to act like you came in here with vomiting. As I know, I came in here with a lot of things wrong with me. The vomiting and the blood and that kind of stuff was the last straw. I did actually try to call you about the foot infection and you told me no. I tried to call you about the broken finger, you told me no. I tried to call you about the STD and you told me no. I tried to tell you about a lot of things and you told me no, and I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll just die. I'm not trying to guilt trip you guys. If I actually die, I'd be very happy. And me wanting to die is a nice revenge for the people that really don't get how much I don't want to talk to you. I love watching you grovel and beg for me to not say that. And I'm not going to use it against you. I just hope I die. And I hope you forget me and move on. Thus proving that you were a stupid bitch in the first place and all you had to do was live your life and you'd be fine. No. You're spending life obsessed over me. And now to the witches. Oh, you're gonna get cursed, don't worry. I'm not just being nice. Pretend you're Damon and I'm Bunny. Before they became best friends. If you want to call it that. And he was like, why are you helping me? Didn't I try to kill you? And she's like, you're right. You can't trust me. And that's what I mean to all of you. Why are you being so nice to us? Didn't we like abandon you? You're right. You did. And I'm not being nice. Making fun of me. Oh, he thinks he's the only witch in the world. Like, who? When did I ever say that? I didn't even know that you witches were this fucked up. You can't even call each other witches. Can you imagine a Christian that goes to a church but wants to think you're the only Christian in the church? Like you're the only one with the holy. They're the only one God. Like that's what witches are like. Every witch wants to think they're the only witch in the world with magic. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? What do you mean you're the only witch? Why would you be the only? Like, are you fucking dumb? They don't even know what being a witch means. And it's like one of the bitch nurses literally after she tried to report me for smoking in the room. An issue where they might have to call the police because it was a spliff and all kind of shit. And then while smile at me, and what do you want for breakfast? I'm like, oh, your head on a spike is what I want for breakfast. Think you can only one that can be two-faced? There's something like I want to be two-faced too. So I'm making this video telling you fuck you, and then when you come in here and ask me what I want, I'm like, oh please and thank you, yes and thank you. I literally told them, I literally went to the bathroom, right? I used it. Like when I first came here. Then I was just using the commode. And like a week after, a fucking week, I tried using the public bathroom again. And I still smell the same smell from my shit. I'm like, whoa. That's the virus. Like I know what it smells like. It's kind of stink. Like it's like it just like you know what I mean. Like I'm like it's people, you know. So I have to double check. Like no one's exposed. Like oh no, you're on fire. I'm like okay. So why was the doctor calling me, telling me like, and what public bathrooms do you use? And we're trying to figure out like where you pick this up from, and like you know if you might have, and your brother doesn't prepare food, you know, like you don't prepare food for people, right? Like asking me all these questions, like you haven't left the country, right? And yeah, it's like they're freaked the fuck out and they don't want to tell me. They just want to pump me with a whole bunch of different antibiotics, and hope it clears everything up without them having to tell me what exactly I had. That's why they keep acting like I'm fucking crazy so they can like not tell me answers. I'm gonna call these motherfucking people and ask them what's wrong with me, and they're acting like I don't have a right to know. I'm like, no. What is the name of the virus? What is wrong with me? Why didn't you just say it was Shigella? Why didn't you just say it was that when you first, because you don't want me to tell anybody? An E. coli, like exactly. If you're a doctor, you're like, wait, you have an E. coli and a Shigella infection and a few others. I'm like, yeah, you really shouldn't be walking around. You were shitting and vomiting blood for weeks before you came here. All because people say I'm too dramatic, and because I actually did try and call the ambulance and them tell me I'm just a fucking homeless guy, so they're not gonna come. And yes, if you actually look through the records of me trying to call Dalano Kyle Nelson, you will literally hear them on the line saying, no, that's not how this works. I was like, but I literally can't walk. And they literally didn't give a fuck. And that was a year ago. Yeah, and a year ago I had a foot infection. Because I literally had the same socks and shoes on for weeks. And it was raining and it got wet. And I was sleeping in a sleeping bag in the middle of a park for like 2 weeks. They keep doing this, yeah, and that's before I found a place. place. That's before I got an apartment, and then they evicted me again after 3 months of living here. I'm telling you, they're trying to make me homeless to ruin my image and to shame me into death. Except for they don't really mean it, because they're children who don't think about the long-term consequences of stuff. So this is how it goes. Everything's fine, and it's okay, we're gonna treat you. Then I make some kind of inflammatory post, and then this side said, we gotta get back at him. So they decide to completely forget I'm at death's door. And then come try to scare me with some bullshit, and I'm like, I'm not scared of your bullshit anymore. You can't do anything to me because I don't care what's done. And I also want to die. You know how many times I keep saying that? I was like, oh my God. When are you going to realize that I'm insulting you on purpose? I said, you're so not worth it. I literally, you thought, I'm Jesus. I'm like, I take it back. It's almost like, you miss anything. No. Actually, you're not worth the dying on the cross. Never mind. You're the worst, rottenest bunch of people I ever met. And I really hope everybody drowned in a pool of their own blood. You mean you got a call? Yeah, but they called me. The guy came in and said, it's a call from a doctor from somewhere. He wants to talk to me and ask me all these questions. They're so concerned. They even go say, we need the contact of everyone you've been with, everyone you've been in touch with. We're able to send them an email, telling them about the Shigella virus and what's up and how it's really serious. And like, that's how bad it is, right? I had that phone call yesterday. Yesterday is when I had that motherfucking phone call. I'm going to hear a nurse come in here today and tell me, say, oh, we're going to discharge you right now. And that's how you're going to do it. Not in the morning to say anything. Not whatever. Not, okay, from last night. Stop trying to scare me with on-the-day discharges. If you're going to discharge me, you need to give me warning. You don't just wake up and say, oh, well, he looks fine today, so we'll just like, I'm like, well, not only does it still hurt, I literally still feel weak and they act like it's not true. How many, why is it that when you try to take blood from me and it didn't work, you didn't just tell everybody that, look, he's got these clots and the blood's not coming out? Why didn't anybody surmise how that was going to affect my blood pressure? I try and sleep and it's just constant things. Like, how many times are you going to come in here and do useless tests? And see, I finally asked them, can I speak to the doctor about my finger? Nothing. Can you just put a cast on my finger, please? Why did that? No, because I don't want another thing to make me look like, oh, we feel sorry for him. He's got a cast, and he's in the hospital, and he's walking fast. Like you guys, I actually look horrible. Like I literally look horrible. Like when people, they're literally like, oh my God. And that's how stupid some of these people are. When you see me walking, they're like, he looks fucked up. And as soon as they see me lying on the bed again, oh, you look fine. I'm like, yeah, because I'm lying on a bed. I'm resting. Of course I look better than when I was standing up and straining my body. That's the stupidest thing I ever heard in my life. As soon as they see me having any fun, oh, he's listening to music. Oh, he's this, he's that. He's fine. I'm literally out of breath. People come in here and just to sit up and talk to them. Even this is tiring. You think because I can sit up and make a video for two, I'm sacrificing to make the video. I don't have time to argue with people on the internet, to be banned from groups because you're afraid I'm gonna expose, like you're manipulating people. It's like, bitch, there are demons and dark entities coming for all of you. And they don't care who's top and who's bottom. Then they said there's a spell to kill yourself, and I'm literally doing it and it's working. It's literally working. And every time you guys do this to me, tell me, please don't do the spell. We're really sorry. And then when I stop doing the spell, you go right back to your bullshit. I'm not stopping it this time. I'm going to keep doing the spell to die. I'm going to I told it was a blood curse. Before the clot started to develop, I was like, I know what this is. Because it's me. It's a blood curse. It's one of my specialties. And I can do it to myself. Because it's a really nice way to die, actually. It feels really good. Yes, it feels actually a little bit like ecstasy, like you're having an orgasm. Because that's all an orgasm is, blood flowing to different parts of your body. That's what an erection is. So it can actually feel quite nice. And no, I can't even masturbate. If I do that, I might raise my blood pressure. I might actually get a stroke. But is anybody telling me that? No. I'm having to rely on the fact that I'm a medical professional to know how to save my life. I tried to go out for walks. I shouldn't. They should literally just tell me, like, look, you actually shouldn't be walking around to elevate. You should literally just lie down. But are they telling me? No. Because everybody have this weird fucking complex. And they tell me, say, when they release me, I must come back for physio and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, look, just put the fucking cast on my finger. None of this had to happen. None of this had to happen. I told them the clots were forming. You mean like how? It's like they asked some stupid question like, how could you know that? I'm like, there's literal lumps forming in my hand. What's it gonna be? It's not fluid buildup. It's obviously a clot. They take me for the ultrasound on my arm. The guy looked at me like I'm fucking mad. Like he's like, holy shit! Like how are you alive? When I say riddled with edema, was not joking. He's like, there's literally clots from your wrist up to your shoulder, all through your venous system. And then right after they did that one, they switched the fucking thing to the next arm, and it started happening at that arm again. And they were like, holy shit, we're gonna have to send you for another ultrasound. I was like, well, you can obviously tell that it's like, I didn't say that it's the same thing. No. Then I literally watched them try to hide it. And then say, oh, well, I guess since we know it's the same thing, we don't need to do. And I was like, we don't need to take you for the ultrasound. We're just going to put you on anticoagulants. And I'm like, you should still take the ultrasound so there's a record of the fact that both my fucking arms. And then they come in again and try to joke about how, oh, are you good to do the injections? I'm like, how the fuck am I going to put injections in my hand if both my hands aren't working? One more time. You blocked me from using this hand and you blocked me from using this hand. Now you want to discharge me and give me needles. And it's supposed to be my job to inject myself with anticoagulants / blood thinners. Because you didn't listen to me when I said take the fucking shit out of my hand. Then they're going to tell me the whole entire time they could have just given me a pill. The whole entire, like, after I started to eat again and get my appetite back again, they could have just given me a fucking pill. And you know why they didn't give me a pill? Because they know I'm suicidal. Fucking motherfuckers. And I could have just not taken the pill. I said, discharge me now, bitch. So they force-fed me the fucking cure. And you know what I'm going to do? Go back out and yam right from the ground again, you little shit. You don't tell me when I live. So, new plan. Be nice or I kill myself. Stop threatening me. Everything's fucked up. They're gonna tell me, oh, we have found housing for you. So then if you found housing for me, who are these other people that's coming and asking for all my personal details so they can find me housing? Which way is it? Is the treatment done or not? They're scared. And they won't admit what they're afraid of. They're living in cognitive dissonance. 1 minute they're my enemies and they're trying to tear me down. As soon as I actually go, you know what? You're right. I'm done. Oh, no. Fuck you. I hope I die. And that's the truth. And it's not going to be to spite you. It's going to be to show you what you mean to me. Nothing.